Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a few days since the Hades banner opened, and I hope you all had good luck with Hades gacha. You might have noticed that Oneiroi plays an important role in Hades team for ultimate skill chain with Hades. While most players prefer to let the AI control Oneiroi, I've seen a few requests for Oneiroi guide, so here it is. Keep in mind that in general, A-rank units require more investment to compete with S-rank units. With that said, let's start the guide. Oneiroi is an energy type unit, so it's a good idea to save up some energy before using her skills. Despite the dark visual effects, Oneiroi deals light element damage. Skill 1 is a damage dealing skill. Oneiroi tosses a ship that bounces forward. If you use too close to the enemy, it may not fully connect, so recommend to use from some distance. This skill also inflicts shackle if the enemy is within the dreamscape when hit. Be aware that skill 1 hits multiple times and it can also reduce the number of CC effect can inflict multiple times. You can cancel the animation once Oneiroi throws the ship. Skill 2 creates an area called Dreamscape where allies take reduced damage. Additionally, skill 1 and 3 gain additional effects within this area. Therefore, it's recommended to use skill 2 before skill 1 or skill 3. Skill 3 is a charging skill. When used, Oneiroi enters a sleepwalking state and moves at a very slow speed. It takes about 5 seconds to fully charge and double the damage once it is fully charged. If this skill is used within the dreamscape created by skill 2, Oneiroi will also heal allies within the dreamscape. However, charging stops if Oneiroi is hit. Also, it will take a while even if you try to stop the charge right after use skill 3, so it's important to use it at the right timing. The ultimate skills deals light damage and shackle the enemy. In combat, Oneiroi usually begins with skill 2 to create the dreamscape, follows up with skill 1 to shackle the enemy, and then use skill 3 to charge safely. However, if the boss cannot be shackled, it can be challenging to maximize the effectiveness of skill 3. The yellow code is idle for supporting light and shadow damage. It boosts the damage of skill 1 and lower light and shadow resistance when the enemy is hit by skill 1 within the dreamscape. It also resets the cooldown of skill 1 when zero time is triggered, making it great for light and shadow damage support. The red code focuses on skill 3. It allows skill 3 to charge longer and deals the damage while charging. Fully charged damage is also increased. Additionally, if the dodge effect is off cooldown, zero time is automatically triggered when Oneiroi is hit while charging. However, fully charging skill 3 is more important in this code. The blue code focuses on skill 2. It provides additional damage reduction in the dreamscape and allows the dreamscape to persist until the energy is depleted. The cooldown of skill 2 is also reduced, making it easier to maintain the dreamscape. However, in this code, Oneiroi cannot gain energy while the dreamscape is active, and is continuously consume energy every second, making it challenging to use skill 3, resulting in less healing and damage. In practice, the clearing time for stages was not so different between the three codes. Therefore, I recommend to mix the code, which is 2 yellow and 1 red code. This code can lower shadow and light resistance, increase healing and damage output. I tested with all codes and this 2 yellow and 1 red code gives the best result with highest amount of healing. You have several options for sigils based on your preference. If you want to increase light damage and debuff the enemy further, you can choose light sigils. Critical sigil with witch sigil or cooldown sigils with energy sigil can be used to depend on your liking. What I personally use now is the combination of these three. This will give additional heals and damage buff with ultimate charge bonus. Before Omega rank, you can use these two first. For enchant, aim for attack first, then aim for critical rate and damage, light damage and skill damage for more damage output. Or ultimate skill charge speed, healing effect, and energy related enchant for supporting. The signature Functor is a good addition as it expands the area of effect for skill 2 to cover the entire stage and deals additional dot damage while skill 2 is active. However, her main role is more on ultimate skill chain with Hades, and signature Functor does not affect on ultimate skill chain, so I recommend to save the gacha resource for other banners you like. You can use Genjun 4-star and 5-star Functor instead. Oneiroi is normally used together with Hades for ultimate skill chains, so your team composition will be similar with Hades team. You can also consider to team up with the light damage team as Oneiroi can roll light resistance and provide healing. However, the best is still team up with Hades. In summary, Oneiroi is a cute unit with decent supporting abilities. While she's often controlled by AI, I hope this guide helps you with sigil and code selections. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.